So J.K. Rowling has essentially been fired from the very franchise that she created, with the Harry Potter reunion basically erasing her. It's like she doesn't exist when it comes to advertisement. They say that she will be in there, and this has already happened with Fantastic Beasts 3 as well. What's insane about this too is this is the company that decided they would stand with a certain Aquaman starlet. They don't bow to controversy. They don't bow to pressure when it comes from the quote-unquote Twitterverse. But you know what, J.K. Rowling? Oh, that's a different matter. The craziest thing about this isn't just the company that she made billions turning on her. It's also the people that are connected to this franchise. People like Daniel Radcliffe have thrown her under the bus, treated her like a monster after she made them millionaires. I mean, this says plenty about these companies. It says plenty about these folks. And yeah, maybe people need to wake up to that. You and I, we are going to talk about that today. Fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So hey there, to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you're doing excellently. I'm making this impromptu. I'm not at home right now, but this is a matter. It's coming up very shortly. You see a lot of advertisement for the Harry Potter reunion, and I wanted to make sure that I mention this because this, I mean, it's absolutely insane considering. I mean, if you look at articles like this, for example, here we have an article. It's coming from the LA Times. This is shill media too. They're trying to get out ahead of essentially erasing her from her very franchise. When Harry Potter reunion, HBO finds itself between J.K. Rowling and a hard place. She's the problem here. They need to get rid of her. Again, when they have millions of signatures about a certain Aquaman starlet, that's not a problem whatsoever. But when a person created a franchise that has made them billions upon billions of dollars, yeah, that person's a liability. I mean, that should say something, right? Now, excuse the way that I put this together, by the way, but I want to show you these screenshots here. I mean, when HBO announced its upcoming reunion special, Harry Potter's 20th anniversary return to Hogwarts, the star-studded lineup did not include, look at the way that they say this, too, you know who. I mean, they're trying to treat her like she's Voldemort in the story again that she created. I mean, what does that say? Now, in the weeks leading up to the highly anticipated program streaming New Year's Day on HBO, not a single teaser, trailer, or poster has featured Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling, who has come under fire. Well, you know why? I'm not going to read this here, but you get that idea. Now, when you look at all of this, too, I mean, it's a long article, but, you know, there's not a lot of meat to it. Basically, it's a lot of insult to it, a lot of, hey, this is how we can get rid of her. But they talk about things like Radcliffe, and they talk about him discussing where his loyalty is, and that loyalty, it's with this perception, this spin that she's some type of anti. Now, I'm not saying, too, that you have to like J.K. Rowling. I want to make that very clear. But this stuff to me, when I look at the statements that are out there, she has made statements that she stands with that community. She also has made statements that she stands with certain beliefs. But of course, you know, people don't read this. They slam a person because that's how it is. And again, it's not that comes up. It's the hypocrisy from the company. Again, they'll stand with an Aquaman starlet, but this person, And then again, the people that you would expect to stand with her, they won't stand with her either. Now, the insane part about this, too, is when you start looking at things like this. I saw this at Walmart. You know, I was there. It was almost a holiday. I was kind of bored, and I was thinking about this upcoming thing because I'd heard a lot about it. I'd seen her erased from Fantastic Beasts. So I wanted to see how this was treated here. Now, if you look at this, again, front page, of course. Now, if we go outside of the front page, you'll notice right here at the very beginning, of course, we're going to have Harry Potter. I mean, he's going to be front and center. So Daniel Radcliffe, of course, he's going to take center stage. But right there, you hear about J.K. Rowling. And why not, by the way? I mean, if we are talking about people that have been ultra successful, if we are talking about powerful role models, a female role model that, of course, people could look up to, as a success story, this is somebody you would think that would want to be brought up. But of course, they don't want to have any tough questions from shill media. They don't want anything clouding it, even though, again, that's going to happen. And Warner Brothers, they've already brought stuff like that on themselves when they fired certain people from Fantastic Beasts 3. But hey, that doesn't matter too. When you look at other pages as well, you'll notice, she comes up quite a bit. They talk about, of course, the source material. Why wouldn't she be brought up, by the way? The source material, of course, that's her baby. But you have Warner Brothers pretending they're the ones behind this stuff now. That's the craziest part of it. If you look at the Fantastic Beasts 3 trailer, Fantastic Beasts 2, it basically invited you with J.K. Rowling inviting you to this world. You know who invites you with Fantastic Beasts 3? It's not the person that created the world. Oh no, it's Warner Brothers inviting you. You have J.K. Rowling pretty much pulled out of the mix, with her reduced to a writer's credit at the end of everything. You talk about an insult and a half there. But hey, why does that matter? Why indeed? Now again, when you look through the entire article, again, you can find her brought up repeatedly in this. They talk about, again, global bestseller. They talk about the movie rights, all of the challenge bringing this to bear. And of course, years after the fact, when you're talking about how this comes up with a reunion, you erase her from it. When the franchise moves forward too, you erase her from it. Again, how exactly does that work? Especially from a company that, again, they stand with women. They tell you that, and yet they erase a powerful role model when it doesn't suit them. Again, controversy matters. This is the problem I have there. Controversy matters when they think it's going to hit them in the pocket. Essentially, millions of people signing things about Aquaman, that's not going to hit them in the pocket. No way, no how. But somehow, in some way, this stuff here, that's going to do it. Anyway, I thought that this was important to bring up. We'll see exactly how that comes up within the reunion. It's coming up in a short day. But let me know your thoughts about all of this. And as always, I appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work, so thank you. Next video that I upload to, I'm not going to be making on a mobile device. Thank you for indulging this as well. Again, I just saw this. I wanted to talk about it, but I want you to tell me what you think too. You want to check out, help the channel as well. Many ways to do that. Sharing videos, subscribing and stuff. That helps out most of all. And you've made this channel work. So thank you. I hope you love your holidays. I hope they're great. And I'm going to end here. Thanks again. See you soon.